Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Doug from the second time around. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time. For those folks who have chosen to subscribe, thank you very much. The channel is very slowly growing, but it's growing. The second time around is my journey through watch collecting. And when I came up with the name the second time around, it's because I was buying mostly pre-owned watches. Now my collection's about 50-50, and lately I've been buying new watches. And I just talk about the journey of how I've built the collection, and I talk about some of the things that I've seen that I like and don't like, and basically how I do business when I'm buying a watch, and just general things about the collection. I talk about each watch, try to give some history behind it, but I'm not one of those YouTube guys who takes watches that they've never seen or held and then give reviews. There's a lot of good YouTube channels out there, but I just realized that a lot of them, they're just trying to make money off YouTube. I'm not making anything. So lately, you'll have to excuse me, I had a heart procedure about 4 or 5 days ago, and I'm recovering. They said I'm going to live for another 20, 30 years maybe. But I'm doing well, but I am coughing quite a bit still. So please excuse that. So again, I've been buying a lot of watches lately, and a lot of them, majority have been micro brands, or what they call micro brands. But I discovered a book that I bought, and it was expensive. It was like $180, I think. And it's the Rolex book on the Submariner watch. And I tell you, it's full of information. And I truly appreciate that whoever put it out, I don't know if it was Rolex specifically, but it had a lot of information behind it. I also then just spent a lot more money and bought this book from Grand Seiko. Comes in a nice wooden case, fairly thick. Now, this Grand Seiko book, it's sort of my fault, and just I had bigger expectations for it. It's got beautiful photography in it. But the one thing I noticed about these coffee table books is, rather than showing each individual watch and talking about the history of that watch, they like to throw a lot of photos in there of divers underwater, mountains, things that you don't even see a watch in. But they fill these coffee table books up with all these beautiful photographs that have nothing to do with the watch. Now, the Rolex book, again, I think it was like $180, and it's beautiful. And it does show all the Submariners that have been made up until, I think, 2024. And it had a lot of information in it. This Grand Seiko book, I'm feeling ripped off, but I did it to myself. Now, I'm a member of the Grand Seiko GS9 Club, which is basically one of their movements. And it's for people who bought a watch with that movement. And they give you little exclusives if you're a member of the club. Sometimes they send you some swag, a pen, pencil, coffee mug, little things. And they have certain meetings for their members. And last week, I received an email from Grand Seiko offering this coffee table book that was supposed to be exclusively for the Grand Seiko members. They wanted $275 for it. And I hemmed and hawed for about 2 days, and I finally decided, you know what? Excuse me. I've got 12 Grand Seikos. Now, only one of them is one of their GS9 watches, but I've got 12 Grand Seikos. And I thought, I'll go ahead and buy the book. And when I kept clicking the link to it, because again, it's supposed to be exclusive, the link wouldn't go through. I sent Grand Seiko 2 different messages saying, hey, trying to buy the book. It's supposed to be a limited time to order it, and I can't get through. Did Grand Seiko ever get back to me? No. And then suddenly, like the internet works, the book manufacturer started offering the book on Facebook. And they actually offered it for $25 less than what Grand Seiko was offering it for. Now, again, when I say I did it to myself, I really wasn't thinking. I only have one watch that qualifies for the GS9 Club. But I had it in my head that maybe this book, since it was just named Grand Seiko, that it would be about all the Grand Seikos. The book arrived really quick. Again, it comes in that beautiful wood case, and it's got amazing photography in it. The book starts off with the history on how Grand Seiko started with Seiko. And it talks about the manufacturing process, how they polish the watches, how they manufacture the movements. And then they also talk about the boutiques, the Grand Seiko Museum, and a lot of things. Did they talk about the Grand Seiko watches? Not really. They showed really only certain variations of their GS9s. They didn't show the other Grand Seikos. And then they showed the movements. I just felt like I'd been taken. Spending $250 on this book. Again, it's a beautiful book. I'll be able to get information out of it. But when it comes down to it, it wasn't worth it, Grand Seiko. And then your customer service sucked. You didn't get back to your member. So, anyways, just wanted to guys let you know that, there's a lot of books out there on watches, and sometimes it's just not worth buying. Hope you guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.